Whole Man Fitness, where we take off the old man and put on the whole man. Coming at you with another video. And I just want to talk to you, of course. I want to talk about 2 tips on how to live a positive life. 2 tips on how to live a positive life. We're in an age of positive vibes only. We just want to stay positive. No negativity coming my way. Your energy, etc., etc. And I'm cool with some of that. But I just want to give, from my perspective, 2 tips on how to stay positive. And not just become positive, but stay positive, right? A lot of negativity in the world, a lot of things going on, a lot of tragedy going on, a lot of family issues going on, especially because families have to spend more time during the pandemic because some of them were out of work. So they actually had to really spend time and then realize that they were tolerating each other and they weren't really liking each other. So there's a lot of reasons why we could become negative, but I want to talk about how we stay positive. And I want to deal with the first P. The first P for me would be purpose. The first P would be purpose. When we find a sense of purpose, we find a sense of direction on what it is that drives us to be the people that we know we were created to be. See, first things first, if God exists, and I believe he does, then it's important for us to tap into what the Creator has created us to do in the first place. That's purpose. Think about it. Think about appliances in your home. A microwave is of no use unless it's plugged in and it's heating up food. A fridge is no use unless it's plugged in and it's keeping your food at a controlled temperature. A car is of no use if it just sits in the driveway, it never gets cranked up and never driven. You and I will be more positive when we find out our purpose, because it'll drive us and it'll push us each and every day, knowing why we were put on this earth in the first place. That's the first P to staying positive. The second P to staying positive for me is prayer. The second P is prayer. Because if God exists, and I believe he does, then communication with that being has to be of utmost importance. I could use the analogy of a 2-year-old child. At 2, usually kids are walking by then. Usually they're doing some of the little things that they were expecting their mom and dad to do. They're doing a lot of those things on their own now. Now they're feeling a little more independent. They're feeling like, there's things that they can do on their own. You already know they're running around like they got it, right? And the reality is this: they have some things that were already taught to them, but they still have a long way to go. So communication with the parent is necessary. How do we know that? When they get hungry, guess what? They're not making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich by themselves. When they are hurting or they're feeling sick, they're not going to the store and buying the medicine themselves or taking themselves to the doctor. And likewise, I would say, if God exists, and I believe he does, then we are children in need of the help from our Father. We are children in need of communication and direction from our Father. And prayer is how we do that. Prayer is a dialogue between a finite human and an infinite God. And I believe when we have that communication, not only is our life more on point, not only do we have a sense of purpose, but we also have a sense of communication with something that is greater than we are. And I believe when we plug those 2 things in, not only will we live a more positive life for ourselves, but we'll also be in a more positive light for others. So, Whole Man Fitness, I hope this helps somebody. Change your perception, change your life, and at the end of the day, let's get it.